everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Scrap Saturday with Monica. I have one of those rock concert voices today because yesterday was actually Saturday and we went to my sister's house. And for a first time in a long time, we actually played some music together, just as siblings with my nieces and nephews. We danced quite a bit. You know, we're trying to change the energy through respectfully what we've been going through as a family. So it was so nice, but I was sweating because I was jumping up and down with my niece and just, being the silly Monica that I am. And then my brother-in-law, Christopher, opened up a basement window just to get some air going. And, the freaking air here in Ontario is like -20. So with the sweat and the screaming and the dancing, the screaming like in happiness of, pretending like I was like, woo. But this morning I'm like, why do I feel so different? I have to wear a scarf like Celine Dion. I have to protect my YouTube voice, people, right? So, yes, if I clear my throat or anything like that, I apologize in advance. But you know what? I have to get this done because we are on a roll, people. Grab your photos. Yes, Wednesday. And I already have Saturday's video done. Yes, I'm a good girl. And I'm so excited because it's like a live-ish, first 10 minutes of my video of what happened last Scrap Saturday. Not really what happened. I shouldn't even say that because now you're going to be like watching and be like, Monica, it was nothing. It's just a snippet. So never mind what I just said. I'm all fired up. I'm all fired up from yesterday. I'm pumped. It was good. It was good energy. So the layout, the documented, the piece of paper that I absolutely love with like 3 different shades of teal going there. And I've got 2 of the same exact photos. Why? Because I couldn't throw it away and I don't like to waste. I'm not a really like waster type person. I don't even know what that means, but I think you do. And one of them is like a closer up one and one of them is a further away one. So there's more scenery in the background. And so this is the exact same day as the last video that you just saw on Saturday. So this is sequential, ironically, because we're wearing the exact same clothes. And this is when we made it down to, because we're on our way down, or I'm going to backtrack. We would stay at this little cottage at the bottom of the mountain, closer, well, not really, halfway down, closer to the ocean. So like level 1, that's where we kind of stayed. So not ocean level or sea level, but just level 1, as I call it, on this very high mountainous island. And then Alan's aunt lives here. This is her house. So we're just kind of like on her little patio where you can see the mountain range behind us that just starts to give you that not even imaginable beautiful peak, which is what the island is called. It's called the Island of Piku. And so they had these hats, which is for another feast, not the same feast. But if you look at my daughter, she's wearing that yellow bracelet. It's kind of like when you're at a resort and you have a resort bracelet on. That's for the color party and all the craziness that we did at night, if that makes sense. So that was for the week of festivities. And these hats are also part of the festivities. And so, of course, we put the hats on because why not? Right? Isn't that what you do when you're a tourist? You do touristy things. You do those silly, funky family photos where you put on these festive hats and you all pose. And look at us. Oh my gosh, we look perfect. But of course, you guys know the truth behind my photos. So don't get me started. No, this was a pretty good one, right? I think everybody's smiling. Number 1, check. We're all standing straight. Check. No one looks like they're trying to escape or send a subliminal message of please help me, this family is crazy. Maybe they're thinking it, I don't know. But no, I think we did a good job and I like it. So this is when I tell you that I extend the camera over to family and friends and they are so gracious to take these beautiful photos, which I love. I love the scenery in the back. And I love that we're so, cooperative to just wear the hats and be like, this is great. And yeah, I love it. It's so cute. I don't even know what we were doing. I'm pretty sure we were just going to the beach because that's what we love to do. We love to do the beach. And so I did my normal layering, and I, didn't really think about it too much. I really like the red and white polka dot paper. I don't know why. It just sort of, I know it's kind of Disney themed now that I look at it on the screen, but it's nice. It matches the hat. There's a red hat. There's a lot of yellow going on. There's Augustino with his banana tank top, which is so cute because he's dubbed the banana boy there for sure. And bananas in Portugal are so delicious compared to the bananas that we eat here in Canada. I don't know about you guys, but when we go to the grocery store, because we buy like thousands of bananas because we're a vegan family, literally every cashier gives us the "do you have a pet monkey at home" joke. But the bananas there are smaller and sweeter. They're not plantation bananas. They're normal ones. I just think they're not genetically modified. I have no idea. But I know the bananas that we buy, they're way bigger, but they're always green. And then by the time you want to eat them, they're so brown. The only thing you can do is freeze them and make ice cream or something with them. But there's never that happy medium. Does that make sense? I don't know. But we really loved. We had a banana every day with a fresh bun and peanut butter that we brought in our box from home. And oh boy, it was like having dessert for breakfast every day. It was so delicious. So I digress. I've just put some foam on the back of my photos because I need them to sort of crisscross on top of them, and I do want them to have some height. And I think adding foam is for two reasons. One is just because I love the dimension and it's addicting, but two, it's because I do this thing that you see what I'm doing right now with the pink paisley little die cuts, is that I like to tuck in little tags and snippets of things here and there. There I go with my throat. Please excuse me. And so now I'm thinking, what am I going to do for a title? And here I cut into the Pink Fresh Studio Life Noted yellow, beautiful yellow banana colored letter stickers. And an idea comes to my mind of getting out a piece of acetate or the overhead projector paper, and I use my circle cutter to cut out a circle like I did with the last layout that I did for the picture of Alexandra and my dad. So this is my Creative Memories circle cutter, and this is the largest circle that I can cut. So it's about a half an inch, like the blade sits a half an inch outside of that outside rim, but the red one that you see off to the right corner there, it sits tucked in. So it's sort of a thicker circle than the one I cut out last time. And I was trying to, I don't know, this is the only part of my layout that I kind of like, not regretted, but I wasn't thinking. I was sort of just doing it. And you know how sometimes you just, when you're crafting, some things they turn out well and you're okay. And then sometimes you still haven't perfected an idea that you like, but it's still in that kind of what I call brushing off stages, right? So it's still not in its perfect form. And so the title I'm going to give this layout is Banana Family. And it's only because of the yellow hats and Augustino's shirt. And sometimes that's just how cheesy the titles have to be. It's just Banana Family. And I think that's probably what they called us there too anyhow, because they were so confused. I mean, coming from a European family, they're like, what do you guys eat? We're like, bananas. And bananas, they have all over the place. So we kind of migrated to the right spot. So here my idea was to curve the title from the top and the bottom. So have banana on top and then family on the bottom. But I really struggled with this. I struggled with the placement. I struggled with gluing it down. It was just the only part of my layout that I felt didn't make me 100% happy. But now that I look at my layout, I love it. I think I did a good job and I really like it. It was just in that moment, my heart was just not feeling it. And I kind of lost that energy, the mojo of the whole thing. I like that I did my top and bottom strip and I like that my layerings. I think it looked really good. But then this title, I don't know. I love the color of the thickers, don't get me wrong. I think maybe I would have liked it better if I did straight at that moment. But again, while I look at it, while the layout is right in front of me as we do this voiceover, I love it. I wouldn't change a thing. I can see that the completed version visually in front of me is what I wanted. But while I was doing this, I'm going to tell you that sometimes we just have to muster through, right? Sometimes when you see us creating a layout, and I know it's easier for me to do voiceovers. Like here, you see like the whole hot glue smudged underneath there. And I'm like, oh man. Yes, and now I'm adding some more glue underneath the A, and then it's kind of bubbled, and I'm trying to unbubble it, and I'm like, we're just going to leave it because I don't want to rip the paper. And so it's a little bit like bent right beside the B and the A. And here again, you see all that glue. I'm like, oh, for goodness sakes, those are not the exact words I used. I was like, okay, you know what, Monica, it's okay. So I was frustrated. I felt a little bit, like I told you, the energy's not there. And I'm a very strong energy type person. I don't know how you guys feel about, working with your layouts, but for me, a layout has to speak to me. I do have to feel the energy of it, and it just threw me off. And it was so funny because after this video, I watched one with Kelly, and she was talking about, this, how she felt, and I totally get it. And I hope that we transcend that when we do our YouTube videos. It's not to say that we don't like our work, because I look at it and I love it. It's a beautiful layout, and there's so many tidbits to it, and there's so much love and so many beautiful products on it, and I get it. And the pictures are so, dear to me, and I love them. But there are some times where we do struggle, right? There are some times where in the end it looks amazing, but you need to know that if you're doing this and you're watching our YouTube videos or my YouTube videos, and you're enjoying my process video, you do need to know that truthfully, we all struggle. There are some days where the energy of scrapbooking is there and you're on fire and everything falls into place. And there are some days that even with a full pack of pink paisley cutouts and everything is all matchy-matchy, your energy is not there. And that's okay, right? It's either okay to continue and let it go and digress from all of it, or it's okay to do like what Kelly suggested, where she walks away. She stops and she walks away, and she comes back to it with a fresh heart and fresh energy and new eyes. But I am not a quitter. Not to say that I don't walk away from my layouts, but I usually don't, because if I come back to it, I'm going to throw it in the garbage because I get so angry. But no, I just want to get it done, right? That's the Monica style. I just want to get it done. So I just push through it. And I love it. At the end, you see like our happy place, that clear acetate layered with that fantastic tastic camera. I was going to say Scrap Saturday camera. And then the flare badge with the same colors as the background. Live a colorful life with our hats. I loved it. I'm like, okay, I get it. That adventure tag that you've seen go to every single layout except for has now found its home. So in the end, after a little bit of truthful like glue problems, that's why I put the best ever there to cover up the glue on that corner. I thought, oh, okay. So here I'm picking it up. I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, I get it. It's better than I thought. I'm glad I pushed through it. Again, if you're the type of person that needs to walk away from your layout, that's when you do it. When you feel that the energy changes, go for it. And I love these little stickers, except I bend this one here, but they're so cute. Does the adventure land there? Yes, it does. I'm just putting some glue on it. And yeah, I just loved it. I love the photo that we're all smiling together. I'm not going to lie. Everything else is just, little bits and pieces of extra love that you place down. So today's message for a Wednesday at work, Wednesday at home, a Wednesday at whatever you're doing, I want you to push through. I want you to just push through and make it happen. I want you to be okay with where everything lands for you. I want you to find your voice even when you feel that you have no voice, and do what makes you happy in your scrapbooking world. This is why we create these videos. There's no other reason except for the inspiration that it brings you, because it's the same feeling I get when I watch all the videos out there. So yes, grab your photos. Join me on Saturday. Grab 2 of your favorite photos, even if it's 2 of the exact same ones. It doesn't matter. It's your layout. Grab your photos, grab your paper, and be inspired by what you see. Be inspired to play with life and to push through whatever life throws at you. Sending you all a great big hug. So much love, so much inspiration. Thank you guys for everything. See you soon.